one, and you're live. Yay! Well, that being said, everyone, this is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trade. We get to start this thing all over again. Alrighty. Someone, what are you doing, man? Ooh, just sit, chill. You're going to find out. And Mara is interesting also. Ooh, we'll take a look at Mara also. Do you have a training course? You know what, Laurie? I'm actually working on that. You'd think that I would, but I don't. Working on that. Good evening, Sheila. How are you? Wonderful, wonderful. All right, let's get the disclaimers done and out of the way. Now, you guys may have seen me a little bit here and there, a little bit there. I am not a financial advisor. Okay? I'm not any type of investment advisor whatsoever. I have no licenses whatsoever other than the driver's license. Gives me the ability to jump in a car or a motorcycle and just drive on the highways of the United States. That's about the only license I have. Anything I say, you shouldn't really listen to me. What the hell do I know? I would suggest, however, you take anything that I say with a grain of salt, do the research yourself, see if the numbers, fair enough, yeah, see if what I am saying is true or not. We're all adults here, so you do have to do your own homework before you invest anything you say. Oh my goodness, OG, you're new here. Got into GL at 47 a share when the fake fraud report came out. Loving this play. Well, that's interesting. I never even heard of the fake fraud thing. But OG, you want SCHD? You're definitely new here, dude. SCHD is 11.5. How about Starbucks? I sold 7 put contracts. Okay, S-Buckies, we'll take a look at that one. S-Bucks. Sold S-Bucks puts today. That worked well. Cool. Okay, Free Palestine. Yeah, I don't do that political thing. Don't even get me started. Seriously, SCHD is going to be a big fat no. But I'm going to pick on you in a little bit. SCHD. I'll show you how much of a lemon that is. James, your YouTube screen is not shown. Only talk about dividends. Absolutely right, Judy Steele. Dividends and dividends only. One up 12 a share. Andrea, Sprouts, I never heard of it. Okay. Made over 1.5% last week in 4 different stocks. This strategy really worked. Well, Geraldo, of course it works. I've been doing it for 15 years. But I'm glad you're documenting yourself and you are testing it out. When you're ready to jump on up to the next level and join us in the morning trading group, wait till you see I have one up my sleeve up there. Screen is okay. All right. Good evening, Lucky Larry. Wildcat. Hey, James and everyone. Not here for politics. Good, thank you. Hey, everyone. Judy Steele. Everyone else. All right. Let's get rolling. Beat earnings 4 quarters in a row. Andrea. All over California. Andrea, what are we talking about? All right, Andrew, you're talking about Sprouts. Judy, I am here to learn, make money, and set myself free. Ooh, Judy, I love that. I would like to use that as a, I don't know, some kind of something. Hakuna is here, all the way from Sweden. All right, so you're from California, Andrea, but Hakuna, he's from Sweden. Someone, the other platform, what other platforms are you streaming on? Well, I'm streaming on 2 YouTube channels, 1 Facebook channel, 1 Instagram channel, 2 TikTok channels. I'm in California too. Cool beans. Okay, Andrea. Well, Miss Sprouts is over there. Andrea, she wants me to take a look at Sprouts. I don't know why. I've never heard of them. Usually, Sprouts, for some strange reason, I don't think that Sprouts Farm Mark, SMF, food store in California. Yeah, that's a monthly. That's going to be a no. Now, let me see if I can educate you just a smidge. Oh, I need to get in that morning trading group. Where can I find it? Searles family. Hold on 1 second. Joey. Okay, cool beans. Joey's over here on Hope All's Good. Good. The 5 rules. We're going to get that to a second. Sorry. What was the 6 p.m. Patriot drop email? Just saw it about a moment ago. You know what's the funny thing about Patreon? Now, for those guys who don't know, I do have a morning trading group. The morning trading group meets every morning, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 9 a.m., and we're on for as long as you guys have questions that need answers to them. Okay, great. And we actually do live trading. So I got I used to have 2 accounts that I share with you. Now I'm sharing 3 accounts with you guys. You actually get to see every single trade I make. Now, I do make over 1% per week on average every single week. I've been doing it for about 15 years. Just started this TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, all these kind of channels just recently in January. So you guys following along, great, fine. Now, understand a few things. I don't give advice. I don't. I take a look at the numbers. I read the numbers. I read the charts, and I just give you my interpretation. And then, if you feel the desire to jump in on one of the morning calls, or you decide to join us in the morning, you can actually copy the trades that I'm doing if you want. So totally up to you. I do not recommend you doing that. I recommend you guys doing your own research, doing your own due diligence for anything you pick. Because the trading strategy I'm about to share with you, what do you think about NVIDIA? I knew someone was going to ask about that piece of crap today. But at least we know who it is tonight. NVIDIA. I'm going to show you what kind of a so far we have 3 good stocks and 2 turds we're going to look at. Guess that's your opinion. Yep, it is. Why is that though? We're going to get to that in a minute. We're going to get to that in a minute. Let me finish up with the disclaimers and whatnot. So, if you have any questions whatsoever, the powers that be, the people that get us in trouble, even whether we do something wrong or not, the powers that be want me to tell you to, food store. That is funny. The powers that be want you to pay them money. What does that mean? The powers that be, they want you to go to a certified accountant, lawyer, tax planner, whatever. They want someone that they approve of to give you information. Fine. Well, the information I'm giving you is for entertainment purposes only. Take it for what you will. Read the numbers yourself. I'm just reading them off of the, this means we end up broken, something like that. However, it's all good. Just think of it this way. What I'm saying is one thing, all right? Now, if I'm looking at SFM, and I'm reading the numbers to you, you can believe me, you cannot believe me. It's not supposed to be advice. But if you take a look at them and those are the numbers, you can agree with them or not. It's totally up to you. I'm just reading the numbers. I'm reading what it is, and I'm reading the charts. That's basically all I'm doing. Okay? So, it's basically entertainment only. I don't want to get anyone in trouble. Sprouts, yeah, that's a big fat no. What am I looking for specifically? Okay, for me personally, you guys can invest whatever you want. What I invest in is safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week trades, and those come from companies, specifically dividend stock companies that have consistently increased their dividends for more than 20 consecutive years. Why is that important to me? Well, to me, if a company is profitable, they get 2 choices. One, they share the profits with their investors through something that is called a dividend. A dividend is nothing more than the investors. That's you and me. Once we start buying and selling stocks, we become investors. Give us examples. I'm going to give you examples. I got to get through the, what do you call that stupid things? The disclaimers first. Because as much as I like you guys, I don't want to get myself thrown in jail because somebody thinks I told them something that I wasn't supposed to tell them. Okay? So, I'm just reading the numbers. You guys, it's up to you to figure it out on your own. Now, the trading strategy, disclaimers, and then the rules. Yeah. Okay. So, the strategy came about when my 9-year-old daughter wanted to do the same thing her dad did. You know how little girls are when they're little. They like their dads. They go through phases. They like the dogs, and then they like their dads, and then they like their moms, and then they hate everybody. Anyway, in the phase in which she loved her dad, she wanted to do the same thing Dad was doing, and Dad was trading. So Dad had to find a strategy specifically for a 9-year-old. All right. Here's the 5 criteria we had to overcome. Number 1, it had to be simple. Remember, she's 9 years old. 2, it had to be safe. The income had to be predictable and consistent. And then here's the big one, number 5. No way she could possibly lose. So how are we going to pull that off? Well, how we're going to pull that off, basically, we got 5 rules. Okay, rule number 1, and this is very important. 1 and 2 are very important. Well, actually, they're all important, but here we go. Rule number 1, never buy something you do not want to hold long term, because you just might have to. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. Rule number 3, make sure the company has plenty of increased dividends. I personally like 20 years of increased dividends. You can go 10, 5, 15, whatever you want, whatever works for you. Now, the reason why I want 20 years of increased dividends basically means the company is consistently profitable. Yeah, I could read all the earnings reports. Yeah, I can read all the quarterly reports, the annual reports. I can read all that information until my eyes bug out or whatever. But here's the long and short of it. If the company is profitable, they increase the amount that they give to their investors. So if they're increasing the dividend every single year, that means every single year they are more and more and more profitable. Those are the only companies I want to invest in. The only ones I want to look at. What if a specific company is prone to fall? Someone, that's great. But if they have consistently increased their dividends for 20 consecutive years, means they have been profitable for year after year after year. They're the only ones I look at. Okay, as soon as they decrease their dividends, that means they're not being profitable. That means they're off my list. Usually. I say usually because there are a few examples that I make exceptions for, like 3M. 3M has been in business for over 100 years. They have successfully increased their dividends for 67 years before the CEO says, you know what, we got to cut them this year because we have this big lawsuit we have to pay for. Well, now they're off the Dividend Kings list. Same thing with a few other companies. Okay, Dennis did covered calls on Walgreens, Macy's, Dell, Apple, Mara, and Intel. Cool beans. Good for you, dude. I hope it worked out for you. So that being said, let's get in and start taking a look at some stuff so I can give you some examples. Now, these are only examples. This is not advice for you to go out and buy anything that I'm showing you tonight. It is up to you. It is up to you to do your own due diligence. I mean, take a look at what I'm saying and then ask yourself, is it true or is it not true? Okay, so Sprouts is a big fat no. What do we have on our list today? Oh my god, we got 35 questions I got to go through. Andrea, yes. San Diego, cool beans. Went up 12 a share. Really don't care. Okay, now when I say I really don't care about Sprouts, reason being is I have over 300 dividend stocks that I look at on a continuous basis. 300. Why? Because there's only 300 companies that have consistently increased their dividends for 20 years or more and have weekly options. Ooh, I forgot rule number 3 and 4 and 5. Rule 1, never buy something you don't want to hold long term. Rule 2, never sell at a loss. Defeats the purpose. Rule 3, consistent increase in dividends, which means they're consistently profitable. I really don't care what they do. I don't care about their political affiliations. I don't care about anything that's in the news. If they're continuously profitable, that's the company I want to invest in. Rule number 4, make sure they have weekly options, because I don't, well, your strategy is the bed. Okay? I have no idea what that means. Weekly options. Why weekly options? Because I personally, I am retired. I want weekly cash flow. Okay? Thank you, the best. Okay, so if I want to get a weekly paycheck, I'm either going back to work or I got to find a way to make money on a weekly basis, safely, predictably, and consistently. I'm retired. I do not want to have to go back to work. Just don't want to. All right? So, 20 years or more of increased dividends, weekly options. Out of the 9,598 companies available in the stock market, there's only about 300 that actually fit the parameter I'm looking at. So, as much as you like Sprouts, as much as whoever likes SCHD and likes whoever likes NVIDIA, fine, great, wonderful, that's great for you. For me, I do not want to have to go back to work, which means I'm not looking for capital appreciation. That's where the stock goes from here to here. Okay, I'm not waiting for the stocks to move up. I want consistent income. The only way I'm going to be able to get that is by weekly options, and that is from companies that are continuously profitable. All right, enough of that crap. Let's get in and take a look at some stuff. So, first on the list is going to be Globe Life. Now, Globe Life, I do believe, is on Warren Buffett's list. That's why we're looking at it. Andrea, beat earnings 4 quarters in a row. You know, Andrea, I'm glad you're excited about Sprouts. Hey, if it's working for you, wonderful. It just doesn't work for me. It means they only have monthly options, and monthly options is only 12 months in a year, which means I can only do it 12 times. Now, you're a big person, you're a big girl, you know that 12 is not as good as 52. Okay? 52 is a lot better than 12. Sorry, what was the 6 p.m.? Okay, Sheila, the 6 p.m. Patreon drop thingy it's something new that Patreon is doing. I uploaded a video from this morning's trading group, and for some strange reason it says, great, your video will be now available in 6 or 7 hours. I said, what the hell is that? It's actually brand new because it wasn't available yesterday. Yesterday when I uploaded, boom, it was available right away. Today, when I uploaded it, it says, all right, you're going to be available in 6 hours. I said, why? Anyway. Andrea, sorry, Sprouts is going to be a no. You can say as many times as you like. Searle's family, oh, I need to get in the morning trading group. Where can I find it? You can find it on the web page. Most likely, the top left-hand corner of your screen right here, you see a little picture of me, tra-la-la. Or you can go right to The 10 Minute Trader, which is my website. Okay, That 10 Minute Trader right behind me, see it? Okay, this little thing right here, Trading Live Online. The link is in my bio. Okay, if you do research on it, go Google me. I really honestly don't care. I insist that you do. You will find that I've owned this website. Actually, it's brand new. But the 10 Minute Trader, I've owned it for over 20 years. Okay, so there's the first one, a little video explaining what the no risk is. Investing your own money shouldn't be difficult. Stop making it more complicated than it needs to be. Right there. You're right. I always say, yeah, it's black and white, black and white. Okay, stop making it more difficult than it needs to be. Then right down here, join our morning trading group. Right there, you click on that, and that will bring you to, all right. Have you been sued or something? Everyone's been sued. Saudi oil. Never heard of Saudi oil. I want one of the t-shirts, black and red. Have you been sued or something? Yes, I have been sued, but not for this. You know, I've been sued for many of things. People are very litigious here in the United States. They think that, free money is free money, so hey, let's get a lawyer and sue someone for whatever they got. Yeah, I say, hey, be my guest. I'm what you would call uncollectible. I just go at discovery. If you know anything about lawyers in court cases, they have what's called discovery, which you have to disclose everything that you have. Someone, yeah, you like that? You have to disclose everything. Once I disclose everything, the lawyer usually says, yeah, we're going to drop this case. Because of that situation, everything, I don't own anything. Everything is owned by companies, corporations, blah, blah, blah. I don't even have a job, but I do get perks from the corporations in which I sometimes work for. Does that make sense? Anyway. Yeah, I would strongly suggest if you're going to actually do some serious trading, don't have anything in your own personal name. Put in either a corporation's name, a trust's name, whatever. But that's not legal advice. That is not legal advice. Remember that. That is just trivial information for you to quander. Is that right? Quander about? Anyway. Andre here in San Diego. Cool beans. Maybe I'll visit you when I stop by. Ponder. Yes, what I'll ponder about. What do you think of XRP? Isn't XRP one of those digital coins? Yeah, I don't do cryptocurrency. I don't do futures. I don't do Forex. I don't do any kind of that weird stuff. The only thing I do, and I didn't say this earlier, there are 27 people pretending to be me. So there's a good possibility you will get an email or a text or some kind of a message from me, supposedly, saying, I have a great deal for you. You need to send me money so you can do this. Yep, that ain't me. Okay, you really want to talk to me. You're actually seeing me and hearing me right now. If you really want to talk to me, DM me with your phone number and I will give you a call. Now, I say that every single night, and maybe one, two, I think four people the most have sent me their phone numbers on a daily basis. You know, but every day there's usually one or two people that send me their phone numbers and I give them a call. It's, holy cow, I didn't think you were going to call. Yep, I do. What? Great food. Okay, it could be the best food in the world, Andrea. Okay, seriously. Where do we DM you? Oh, Judy Steele, you're on YouTube. That's a tough one. You can always go to my website, The 10-Minute Trader, and you are on YouTube right now. So you go to my bio on YouTube. You have a way of getting in touch with me there. It's usually through the10minutetrader.com. All right. Andrea, I'm terribly sorry. I honestly, you like Sprouts. Great. Awesome. Good for you. Wonderful. It just doesn't fit my parameters. How can I make a prediction on something that, all right, you know what? SPROSFM. Okay, so here's SFM. Now, so far, I can see two reasons why it's a no. Let's see if we can come up with more reasons why SFM is a no. I want to go to Yahoo Finance. Finance Yahoo SFM. SFM summary. Well, now ain't that a kick in the pants? All right. Now, I don't know how many of you guys do your research through Yahoo Finance, Google Finance, NYSE, or NASDAQ, or wherever you do your financial research. I like Yahoo Finance. I've been using it for years. Everything I find easy to get to. So we're looking at Andrea's great pick. Andrea, great. If it works for you, wonderful. Now, there's several reasons I don't like it. Reason number one, it doesn't have dividends. Okay, that's reason number one. Reason number two, it only has monthly options. That means I can only do a covered call, which, by the way, is one of the safest trading strategies there is, covered call. Okay, I can only do that 12 times a year. Now, at this moment in time, it's at 95.88. Great. Oh, the 95 is going for, wow. Okay, so 95.88, I got a choice. I'm either doing the 95 or the 100s. So let's see how I do the 95s. Well, that's going to suck. Because right now, the purchase price is 98.40. The closest strike price to 98.40 is going to be the 100. The 100 is going for $1.25. Okay, $1.25. Got to hold it for 3 weeks. Okay, so let's take $1.25. Because this is what the profit is. Remember, anytime you do a covered call, your profit is going to be whatever the premium is. So if I buy it at 98.40, the closest strike price is going to be the 100. And it's only paying $1.25. So I get my trusty old calculator, and I take $1.25, and then I divide it by 98.40 because that's the purchase price. Divided by 98.40, and it gives me a grand total of, ooh, look at that, 1.27 for the month, not for the week. For the month, which means I'm getting 1.27% for the month, and I've got to guess. Okay, it's at a 90. It's actually high of the year, 90-day high, 30-day high of the year, at this moment in time. Okay, great, wonderful. I'm glad it's working for you. However, if it is here at this moment in time, now I've got to figure out where is it going to be in 3 weeks, because do I want to tie up my money? That's a question you need to ask yourself. Do I want to tie up my money for however long I'm going to tie it up for to gain $1.25 per share? Now, I got to take that 1.27 for the month, and I got to divide it by how many weeks I'm going to hold it. Well, 3 weeks. All right, so now I'm at 0.4%. Should I continue college or drop out? I can't answer that question for you. Me personally, I think college is a waste. There's so much, there are so few professions that actually require a college education. There's some, but not all. Pundit, couldn't you sell a monthly call 1 week before it expires? Yes, you could. Indeed, that's true. Okay, so Dennis, you could do that. However, as time progresses, so at this moment in time is 3 weeks of time value, which means the expiration date on this is the 16th of August. So what is that, like 3 weeks away? Something like that. Okay, so as it gets closer and closer to the expiration date, this number gets smaller and smaller. Okay, now the reason why I like weeklies, I like to buy it on Monday through Friday. That is 5 days of time value. Okay, so here you've got 3 weeks of time value. All right, now the time value is what we're looking at. Now the time value, I've got to figure out where is this stock going to end up in the next 3 weeks. Here's where it is now. Well, is it going up, or what's she going to do next? More than likely, there's going to be profit taking, because look, the high of the day was 100. Let's get rid of this thing. The high of the day right here, which is today, was 103.80, but she pulled back and closed at 95.88. Okay, so she hit the high and then she pulled back. Well, a year ago we're at 74. Now we're at 100. Well, the difference between 74 and 100 is 25. Now, 25 on a $74 stock is a 30% increase. So you're making 30% increase from June. Was that June? The 90-day bottom on the 12th of June. So from the 12th of June to today, it was a 30% increase in a month. So we're up 30% in a month. Great. Well, I can tell you this right now, as an investor myself, yeah, I'm going to be bailing. If I bought this and it made that big, huge jump, yeah, I'm getting out, I'm taking my profit and I'm running, because here's a couple of things. One, it's not a profit until you take it. Two, 75 grand, yeah. All right, thanks, Neil. Two, nobody ever went broke taking profits. So if the stock goes from here, from 74 to 100, yeah, I'm bailing. Now you're asking me, and you think Sprout's a great company. Well, great, fine, dandy. Where do you think it's going to be in 3 weeks? Because I don't want to marry anything, especially a company that doesn't have any dividends. Okay, so as the stock goes down, which it's going to, okay, the reason why I like dividend stocks is when the stocks go down, I get a higher and higher dividend, which is more and more money to me every single year, if I have to hold on to it. If I have to hold on to this, what am I getting? They don't have a dividend, so I'm not getting anything. Okay, they have monthly options, so I can only do it once a month. And if I do it once a month, well, I'm getting what, 1.25% per month? Well, what's 1.25% multiplied by 12? Claire, multiply that by 3 equals, okay, so we're getting 127, okay, 1.27 for the month. So you multiply that by 12, now I'm getting a grand total of 15%, 15.25%. Well, shit, Andrea, that might be great. I mean, if you like 15%, have at it. More power to you. Okay? But it doesn't work for me. I like 1% per week. 1% per week is 50% per year. You're doing Sprout, and you're getting max 15% per year. I'm getting 50% per year doing different companies. And I can tell you this, Sprout will never be on my list unless it changes to weekly options, and then it starts having dividends, and at least 20 years of increased dividends. So no matter how good, grand, wonderful Sprouts is, it probably will never make my list for at least 20 years. Sorry, you may like it, it just doesn't work for me. We will see. All right, Nelson. Or Weston, Neil. So you are making 35 more than 15. That's correct. I'm making, on average, 50% per year for the last 15 years. All right, so let's go get out of this one, because this one's going to be big fat. And I get 52 messages. Yes, on average. Already bought and sold today. Wonderful. Coca-Cola and Cake and NerdWallet report earnings tomorrow. What do you think? Well, I like Coca-Cola, but unfortunately, Coca-Cola has horrible premiums. Let's pull them up. Whoops. Coca-Cola. Now, Coca-Cola's been in business for over 100 years. Like it, they've consistently increased their dividends for more than 5 decades. Wonderful. However, at this moment in time, it's at the high of the year. That's going to be a no. Should say, not a no, but not this week. How's that? Not this week. Because I do like Coca-Cola. Now, 67, 63, the 68s are going to be the closest, and the 68s are only paying 24 cents a share. That's less than 0.5% per week. Still over 25% per year, but I don't think I've ever bought Coca-Cola. And the reason why I've never bought Coca-Cola, not that it's not a good company, not that it's not on my list, it is, but the numbers just never seem to work out for Coca-Cola. So if I bought it first thing tomorrow morning, 67, 63, great. What's the closest strike price I'm going to get? Well, it's going to be 68. The 68's only going for 24 cents. So I don't think I've ever bought Coca-Cola because the numbers just don't work. Can of beans from Sprout. They're only 3/4 full. But do you drink Coca-Cola though? No, I don't drink it. Oh, you get it at the White House. Yeah, no. Sorry, I don't. So as much as I like Coca-Cola, it's not on my list. Cake. I don't even think cake is on my list. The Cheesecake Factory. No, it's not. Only because it is also a monthly dividend stock. Monthly option stock. I don't do it. Sorry. Now, what else? NerdWallet. Yeah, they don't have 20 years of increased dividend. That much I know. Not even worth even looking at it. Searles family. Got it? All right. Real estate. Maverick. Oh, I'm in on Coca-Cola. Good dividend stock. Okay, if you say so. Batman Starbucks is on our list. As a matter of fact, it is number 4 on the list. No. Number 3 on the list because we already looked at Globe Life. So we're going to get to that. I got 66 more questions. Holy guys, you guys are really flooding me with questions. Real estaters. Veraldo, MRK. We'll take a gander at it. TSM, never even heard of it. TSMC. Now, usually, when I say I never heard of it, it's just probably going to be a no. Lori, how can I join the morning group? Lori, again, joining the morning group is as simple as going to the 10-minute trader. Okay, that10minutetrader.com. Okay, you find all my personal information is easily accessible. I've been online for over 20 years. I don't hide. It's easy to find me. Number 1, you can come right up here to your to your bio page, right here, which says Dividend Stock Talk. Yeah, click on that, and they'll take you right to my bio, which is the10minutetrader.com, and also how to send me an email. But it's right there on the 10-minute trader landing page. Download and read all this articles. Yep. Okay. Wonderful. All right. So here we go. Back here. All right. So cake is going to be a big fat no. TSMC. Never even heard of them. Yeah. Can't even find that. Sorry. TSMC is going to be a no. Alrighty. Real Estate Maverick. I regret not getting in, but I'll buy it when the price drops, and it may not ever. I have no idea which one you're talking about. Dexcom. Mason, really? Dexcom, DEXCOM? Can't find that symbol. Well, you got to actually give me the actual ticker symbol, which is DXCM, and that's going to be a no. Only, whoa, check that out. DXCM. Let's go over to Yahoo Finance to find out if this is a dividend stock at all. DXCM. Dexcom. No dividends at all. That's a no. Mason, dividend. Okay, wait, hey, Jason. When the title of the group that you just came into says dividend investing for weekly cash flow, and then you give me something that has no dividends, what's the purpose here, Mason? Wasting our time? Energy Transfer is rising its dividends 3.5%. Cool. I like Energy Transfer. Let's take a look at Energy Transfer. Energy Transfer. Well, look at that. They have a yield of 7.99. 7.99. That's almost 8% yield. Real Estate Maverick. I like ET2. Have that on my long-term hold. Okay. What about the companies reporting earnings tomorrow? Okay, Andrea, I've seen positive earnings where stock prices go down. I've seen negative earnings where stock prices go up. So explain to me in a manner how earnings reports actually affects the stock trading. Okay, Energy Transfer, here we go. I want to take a look at historical prices for the dividends only. Okay. Alright, so now Energy Transfer has been paying dividends since 2006. So from 6 to 8 to 9 to 10 to 11 to 12 to 13 to 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 23, 25, 27, consistently going up. Now they stayed at 29, but longer than I would like them to. Then they jumped to 31, and they stayed at 31 from 2018 to 2020. That's 2 years. Yeah. So they're not consistently increasing. Now they are increasing their dividends. I see no drawbacks whatsoever. So Energy Transfer doesn't have, 20 years of increased dividends, but they do have 20 years. All right, so you do only care about stock value. No, I don't. Buys oil, gold into Christmas. All right, hold on a second. I see some of these questions you guys just threw up on YouTube. XOM. I like XOM, ExxonMobil. So, do you only care about stock values? No, that's not true. I honestly don't care at all about stock value. What I care about, James, so you have all your capital invested every week. Okay, Hakuna, 98% of all my funds are invested at all times. Okay, over here on YouTube, the question here is, I honestly don't care about stock value. What I care about is them increasing their profits consecutively every single year. I don't care if the stock goes from 100 down to 10, as long as they continuously increase their dividends year after year after year. Because the stock price, if you remember, now a lot of people have a hard time wrapping their head around this idea, but the stock price doesn't mean jack, dick, dong, diddly, squat to the company. Okay, the stock price is just the public's perception of the valuation of the company. Now, the actual valuation of the company is with their earnings, how profitable they are, how consistently are they profitable, are they dealing out a good product, are they treating their employees well, what is their longevity, what is their historical performance. That is the true value of the company, and you get that from actually diving in and taking a look at the fundamentals. The book value is if they liquidate every single thing they own, that's the actual value of the company. The book value, not this inflated price. This is just the public's perception of the value. Now, DXCM. Okay, now I don't think, did we just check and see if they had dividends? Yeah, DXCM doesn't have dividends. So we're looking at Energy Transfer here. Now, Energy Transfer does increase their dividends. Great. But not consistently. Okay, they do it every once in a while. Okay? But if you like Energy Transfer, great. Let's take a look at the numbers for Energy Transfer. Energy Transfer, there we go. Energy Transfer, 1621. Okay, 1621. The closest strike price is going to be the 16, but I'm losing 21 cents right off the top. Take a look, the purchase price right here, the ask, that's what I can buy it for, 1621. The closest strike price is going to be the 16. Well, I'm losing 21 cents if I buy it at 1621 and selling it at 16. So I'm getting 24 cents. I'm walking away with 3 cents. Yep, no, sorry, the numbers don't work. Okay, I like ET too, but the numbers just don't work this week. What about companies reporting earnings tomorrow? Andrea, like I said earlier, I pay no attention to that. Brian, thank you. GOAT! Just started trading with 30 bucks. I made a good amount just selling it as soon as it goes up. Pennies. There's nothing wrong with that at all. As a matter of fact, my grandson started out with 50 bucks. Anytime a stock moves up, he jumps on out and grabs that profit, says thank you, then jumps into another one. It's called dividend capturing, or dividend capturing 2.0, or dividends and steroids. I missed a bunch of questions. Let me slide back here a little bit. All right, Andrea. I'm past Sprouts. It was only a one-time thing. You know what, Andrea, you'll find the more you come here, every once in a while, I fall susceptible to that also. I jumped in at NYCB a while back. Okay, yeah, we did make some money off of it. Yeah, I did lose some money on it. Jaleel Loach. How are you doing over here, Jaleel? All right, James, so you have, yep, I do have all my money invested at all times. Jaleel, how are you doing? How about Coca-Cola? We looked at Coca-Cola, it's going to be a no. Okay, don't get me wrong, I love Coca-Cola. They are a dividend king. They've increased their dividends consecutively for over 5 decades. Unfortunately, Coca-Cola, the numbers just don't work. Now, when I say I have 300 companies I look at, I love Coca-Cola. Doing good. How about you, Jaleel? I am doing wonderful. Thank you very much for asking. Energy transfer is going to be a no. Sorry about that. Now, when I go over a few other companies, Andrea, now you're relatively new, so you will see. When I go over a few other companies, I say, "Ooh, I like this one." You're going to recognize the name, and then you're going to see the numbers as they correlate with the stock price, the increase or decrease. It's going to make sense. So just hang out, chill for a little bit, and just go with the flow and see if it makes sense. So if anything, you're wasting, what, a couple hours of your time, but does it make sense? I love Coca-Cola, honestly, I do. But Coca-Cola does not give me 1% on a weekly basis. Now, let me throw you a good one, INTC, Intel. I'm pretty sure you've heard of Intel. It's making more sense to me the more I listen. Judy, thank you very much. So Intel, I'm pretty sure you've heard of them. All right, first thing I want to see is the chart. Okay, the high, the low, where it was, where it is. Should I take a deeper dive into it? Well, the bottom is down here at 29.64. Okay, and then that was in May. We're currently at 30.13. That's getting awfully close. Awfully close to the bottom of the year. Now remember, you're going to make most of your money buying low and selling high. Now, Sprouts was an example where it's at the high. Yeah, no thank you. Coca-Cola, that was at a high also. No thank you. Okay, here, Intel is getting close to the yearly bottom. You can't get any lower than the bottom of the year. Great, perfect time to jump on in if everything else goes along with it. So first thing I want to see, 30.50. Great, what's the 30.50 selling for? Well, the 30.50, check it out. If I buy it at 30.50 tomorrow morning, because remember the bid and the ask. Let me explain these numbers first. The last is the last trade of the day. All right, now today is Tuesday, so the last trade today was $30.13. The bid, $30.45. The ask, $30.50. Did anybody just see that? Seriously, did you just see that? The last traded price, 30.13. The bid, 30.45. The ask, 30.50. Both the bid and the ask are higher than the last traded price. Usually, that means that the market maker is going to push the stock up tomorrow. Well, great. That's wonderful. That's what we want. Now, when I say you're going to make your money buying low and selling high, ALB, next week premium over 4%. Felix, I'm going to run ALB down. We'll take a look at it in a little bit. ALB, Abelmal. I love Abelmal. I do. I bought it many times. And I've also bought Intel many times because I'm a numbers person. Okay, 1 + 1 = 2 no matter where you go in the world. All right? None of this 2 + 2 = 5. None of that Orwellian bullshit. I don't play that game. Okay? I'm from the group we call the Gen Xers. Yeah. You remember? Damon Wayans says, "Yeah, homie, don't play that." Homie, don't play that. Anyway, so I want to take a closer look at this. The numbers work out great. The 30.50, if I'm buying it for $30.50, the closest strike price. Now remember, we're doing covered calls here. It's one of the safest trading strategies it is. Okay, you can actually do it in an IRA. It is safe. Okay, So if I'm buying it at 30.50, if I am buying it, I'm not telling you guys to do anything. I said if I am buying it at $30.50, I can sell somebody the right, not the obligation, through what is called a covered call. It means I buy the stock first, I sell somebody a stock option to buy it from me for the exact same price I paid for it. That does not make sense, does it? But think about this for a second. Meek Mark took a beating today. All right, Felix, Mark is on the list. We're going to take a look at that a little bit later, but let's stay with this example. If I'm buying it for $30.50 and I'm selling it for $30.50, where's my profit? Think about it. Where's my profit? My profit is right here in what they call the premium. Okay, so if I buy it here tomorrow morning, $30.50, I sell somebody the right to buy it from me for the exact same price I just paid for it. And they're going to pay me a premium, and that premium at this moment in time is $1.09. Now I know, yeah, beat me up. I know Intel should, because AMD had good response after earnings today. Cool. Okay, so I know this. Okay, profit is profit, no matter how big, no matter how small. So if I'm profiting on this deal here, where I buy it for $35.50 and sell it for $35.50, I'm bringing in $1.09. Get my calculator out, clear this out. $1.09 per share. So if I do 100 shares, that's $109. If I do 1,000 shares, that's $1,009. $1,090. Right. So 109 is my profit. Right. So here 109, and my purchase price is going to be $30.50. $30.50 gives me a grand total profit for the week, 3.57%. I'm writing this baby down. Okay, INTC. I'll write it down for this next week. INTC. I like that one. All right, so the numbers work out great, right? So if the numbers are working great, remember you're making most. James, I don't know if you answered my question. Are you interested in all of your capital? Yeah, invest. Hakuna, 98% of my capital is invested at all times. Okay, I trade Monday through Friday. Okay, so I get all my premiums. Okay, all my premiums on Monday, and that usually equals 1% of my account. So if my account is $100,000, I'm getting $1,000 on Monday. If my account is $200,000, I'm getting $2,000 on Monday, every single Monday. Okay, see how it works? So if my account is $50,000, I'm getting $500 every Monday. All right, so let's get back to this. So the numbers work. Great, wonderful, fine, dandy. Remember rule number 5, make sure the numbers work? Okay, so the numbers are working very lovely for Intel. But when I take a look at the chart, there's 5 things I want to see. We're going to look at 5 charts, and I want to look at 5 things. What do you think about crypto? Don't do crypto at all. Until I can go to Starbucks and buy a cup of coffee with crypto, until then, forget it. Because it's nothing more than, don't get me wrong, I love the idea of crypto. Get it out of the greedy little fingers of the government and the bankers. Keep it to the people. Great, wonderful. Okay, I do, I like it. But we can't use it in our everyday lives. Okay, I can't go to the gas station, fill up with a bunch of crypto. I can't. I can't go out to dinner and pay with a bunch of little Doge coins or whatever the hell I have. Until we are able to do that, crypto is going to be something I keep my eye on, but I don't jump into yet. Okay, so as I'm saying, let's finish what we're doing here. I'm going to show you 5 charts, and I want to look at 5 things on every single chart. Okay, first of all is the 1-year chart. 5 things I want to see. Number 1, the high. 2, the low. 3, where was it? 4, where is it now? And 5 is what direction is it going? Those are the 5 things I want to see on every single chart. Well, first of all, I like the 1-year chart. Great. So now I want to zoom in a little closer and look at the last 90 days. Okay? Here's the last 90 days. Again, 5 things. High, low, where was it, where is it, what direction it's going. Great. That's what I want to see. All right? Now, I'm also, when I'm on the 90-day chart, I want to look for patterns. There's no big pattern here that jumps out at me. Okay, 3 months ago, she goes down, she goes up, down, kind of channels. This is called channeling. when she's no big moves to the upside. So you can see this one here. Okay, she moves up, she comes down. Here, she just goes sideways. That's called channeling. Okay, and then she made the big jump last couple of weeks, and then she had her drop. Okay, drop, profit taking, however you want to look at it. Okay, so that's the last 90 days. My biggest thing I want to see is the last 30 days, because the last 30 days is going to allow me to get an idea of where do I think it's going to go based on you and me. Now, you and me, we're the buyers and sellers. Okay, we buy, we sell. All right, so if I'm looking at Intel, 30 days ago we were at 30 bucks, 31. Okay, she shoots up, a little bit of pullback, makes a high at 37.50 in the middle of July, and then she has all this profit taking, and today, see where today is? Today is the new 30-day bottom. Now, I love a 30-day bottom off of a 30-day top. That's what you call profit taking. So if I bought it over here at 31 bucks, now it's at 37, that's a $6 increase. Now, $6 doesn't sound much, but $6 on a $30 stock, that is a 20% increase. So, as an investor, if I'm seeing 20% in 2.5 weeks, well, hell yeah, I'm taking that profit and jumping on out. And apparently, not only me, but a whole bunch of other people did. And they keep dropping out, taking their profits, no matter where they go, and taking their profits. Now, we're down here at $30.01. So I'm thinking to myself, well, $30.01 is cheap for Intel. But there's one more thing about that, is this the bottom? Or tomorrow is going to go lower? So to isolate the bottom, I like 2 days to the upside. What do I mean? Well, let's take a look at 30 days ago. 30 days ago, on the 2nd of July, way over here, that is the previous 30-day bottom. You guys can't see me. That is the 30-day previous bottom, way over here on the 2nd of July. How do we know it was the bottom? Well, look, it's the lowest number there. 1 day, 2 days. I like 2 days to the upside to isolate it. You know, because tomorrow she could go further bottom. She can go further down tomorrow. But 30 days ago, here we are right here. 1 day to the upside, 2 days to the upside. Great. That's my invitation to jump in. I jump in, take it to the top. Once it gets there, boom, I'm out. Thank you very much. I'm only looking for 1%. But that's the movement I'm looking for. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Your 30-day bottom, 30-day top. Now she's dropping. Now I'm looking for a new bottom. Could it be tomorrow? It could be. Could it be the next day? Could be. But you know what? It's now on my list, so I'm going to take a look at it tomorrow morning. I'm going to take a look at it. I'm going to take a look at it for the rest of the week. And I'm wanting to find out where the turning point is. Because number one, I think we've all heard of Intel here. Okay? It ain't going anywhere. It's a great company. They consistently increase their dividends. Great. It has everything going for me except the invitation. I haven't got my invitation yet. Now, I consider an invitation is when it hits the bottom, 2 days the upside, then I jump in, because you're going to make your money buying low and selling high. You can't get any lower, because we're here. We can't talk about last week, the week before, the week before. Do you even get to have some sleep with this? Believe it or not, I do. I'm actually enjoying myself. I just retired in November, so I just started sharing with the public in January. So I've been doing this every day, every night since January. Okay? It's kind of fun. I'm meeting a lot of nice, interesting people. What I really like great is the people in the morning group. They actually have the same interests in me. Okay? Congratulations on your retirement. Woo! Okay, we'll get into retirement a little bit later, because I know that topic is going to come up again. So this is what I'm looking for. A good company. Intel's a good company. It's on my list. I bought Intel many times over the last 20 years. Okay? So, Intel is on my list to look at all week, this week, and next week. INTIP. And it has circled for next week. Alright, so, I like Intel. Just in case you guys wanted a good, decent company, let me show you how the trade works, because I like it. Okay, we're going to get rid of this, because we already decided we like it as soon as we find the bottom. Okay? We're going to change this right here. Now, this is Thinkorswim. This is the only trading platform I use. I don't know what trading platforms you guys use. Okay, now I use this one, and I also use Robinhood. Okay, I use Robinhood for my grandson's account. It's simple, it's easy, and it's right there in my hand. So I'm going to change this right here, where it says single, and I want to do a covered call, because I'm actually going to do a covered call right now. We're going to do one. I'm going to walk you through how I do it. So remember I told you, oh, I like the 30-50? I like the $30.50 one? Well, here it is over here. $30.50. See the strike price? $30.50. Now I want to bring my cursor on over to here, and I want to hit, see the little thing, it opens up and says buy. That I want to buy it right there. Click that, and it already preset to load for me. I like buying 1,000 shares and selling 10 contracts. It is actually a double trade. What does that mean? Well, it means is I'm buying a stock and selling the option at the same time, only paying one commission because they consider it as one trade. All right. First thing I want to do is double check everything. Now, you might be different than me. I like buying 1,000 shares at a time. Now, you might want to do 100 shares, 200 shares, or whatever. So I'm going to change this to make it more acceptable. It's only $30 stock, so I'm going to do just 400 shares, so the number's not too large. But the funny thing is, no matter how many shares I buy, the math is always the same. What's my profit? What's my investment? What's my rate of return for the week? Now remember, what is going to be one of the major challenges you guys are going to be faced with? How long are you going to stream for? Well, I'm here every single night from 9 o'clock until 11:30. Okay, if I can get over 200 people here at 11:30, maybe I'll stay on. Read it out loud to yourself. Yep, you're absolutely right, Judy. And the reason why you want to read it out loud is because, are you buying at the bid? No, because when you're doing a covered call, you're buying at the ask. So it's a good question though, because you can lose a lot of money by doing the wrong trade, by misinterpreting what's happening. This is why you read it out loud, because just because it makes sense in my head, did I press the right button? Now, I've been trading for over 20 years. I still trade a paper trading account because I have other strategies I want to check. All right, and I want to keep sharp on my trades. So yeah, I get I have 7 accounts now. 7 accounts now. I share 3 of them with you guys. Okay, it used to be just 2, but now I just pick up a new one, so I want to share it with you guys also. All right, well, let's take a look at the trade. Okay, remember it's a double trade. It's 2 trades in one. All right, I am buying. See, it's a covered call. Okay, it says over here on the very far left, covered. Okay, I'm selling and I'm buying at the same time. I'm selling 4 contracts and I'm buying 400 shares. So each contract equals 100 shares. So 100 shares of stock equals 1 option contract. Now the option contract, the numbers you see is the price per share. So go along with the flow. It's all going to make sense in a second. Hold on. If I'm buying 400 shares of Intel, okay, I'm selling 4 contracts. Great. Remember, we already talked about I like the $30.50 one because everything looked good. All right, so I'm going to leave it at limit order, and I'm going to hit confirm and send. Now, I'm not going to hit that send button until I double check the numbers, because once I hit that send button, it's a live order, and it goes right to the market maker. All right, this pops up. Okay, this is the actual order. So this is what you read out loud. Now, very first line says buy for covered INTC. Well, that's Intel. Then it has the number 100 next to it. Well, that's because it's the weeklies. There's a big difference between a monthly option and a weekly option, because a weekly option expires on Friday. It actually expires on Saturday, but you can't do anything on Saturday, so that's why we jump online, the morning trading group, we jump online at 3 o'clock on Friday, because we do our buying Monday and Tuesday. Okay, Wednesday, Thursday, we just check and see what our trades are doing, so we're aware of it. All right, so if you're going to spend your time, here's a funny statistic. Most people spend more time planning a family barbecue, weekend barbecue, than they do with their personal finances. It's weird. All right, so anyway, I'll read it out loud. I'm going to buy 4 covered call Intel 100s. Those are the weeklies. 2 August 24. That expires this Friday. Now, we already said I like the $30.50 call option. Great. I did. 30.50 call. Intel at 29.35. Limit order to open. to open to open. So anytime you do any trading, you're opening a position, and then when you're getting rid of it, you're closing a position. So it says open to open. That means there's two positions here. One position is I'm buying the stock. Alphabet, Google, absolutely not. Sorry. No, they don't have dividends. They don't share their profits. No, thank you. One position is I'm buying 400 shares of Intel. That's one position. Second position is an option trade. I'm selling for a contract to someone to buy it from me for the exact same price I just paid for it. That makes no sense whatsoever to most people. If I'm buying it for $30.50, I'm selling it for $30.50, so what the hell's my profit? Well, here we come. Hold on a second. All right, next line down. So that's the order. Buy 4 covered Intel 100 weeklies to August 24th. That's this Friday. $30.50 call / Intel to open. That's the order. Okay, it's 2 orders in one. Very next line is the break-even point. Break-even. I start losing money after this number. The break-even is $29.35. Intel will open 1% plus tomorrow. Thank you for strong earnings from AMD at market close. Well, all right, that was just someone give me a little bit of information. Are your morning sessions streamed in the same format, or do you Zoom? I do in Zoom. Okay, so you actually get to interact. You get to actually talk back and forth in the Zoom class, and you actually get to ask questions as I'm doing every single trade in the morning trading group. So, my break even, $29.35. Well, the stock's at $30.50 at the moment. Okay? Now, just below that, maximum profit. It's already there. Remember when I said safe, predictable, consistent? Safe, predictable, consistent. It's telling me what my profit's going to be if the stock stays at $30.50 or above come Friday. Well, she's in. All right, anyway. That's my maximum profit. So let's get my calculator out again. Here we go. My trusty old calculator. It's telling me my maximum profit is $460 for this particular trade. And then it says cost of trade including commissions, $11,742.60. So divided by $11,742.60. Great. So I know what my profit is, $460, okay, because it's right here. I know what my profit's going to be, and I know what it's costing me. Okay, but what is my rate of return for the week? Well, there you go. 3.91%. That is just a smidge shy of 4% for the week. So the big bad question you need to ask yourself is, do I like Intel? Okay? Do I like Intel at $30.50? Let's get out of that. Let's get out of that. Let's change this back to that. Let's get out of this. Okay, now we're back at the chart again. Okay, so do I like Intel at this price? Remember, 30 days ago was our previous 30-day bottom. On the 15th or 16th, somewhere on there, midway through the month, she gets that 30-day top with a 20% increase. Then that profit taking brings us down to where we are today. So the big question is, do I like Intel? Do I like it at this price? Does this trade make sense to me? To me it does. Buying it at $30.50, selling it at $30.50, getting almost 4% for 1 week. Oh, hell yeah. Alright. That's going to be a yes. Alright. Sorry, I got to go through some of these questions. Rich Bruner, can you please show the button you used to launch the covered call again? Hey, Richard, sure thing. All right, first of all, this is what I'm saying. Now, Richard, you and I have never spoken. You want to DM me with your phone number? I can walk you through it. Okay, this is how I set my Thinkorswim up. I have my chart over this side, and I have my numbers over here. Right? Every once in a while, I will jump and take a look at the Market Watch, which is when the companies actually pay their dividends. Okay? Stock trade. Uh-oh, I missed that question on YouTube. I finally figured out how to do the YouTube thing. You gotta press a bunch of buttons to get there. Stock trading is basically gambling with more steps. What do you suggest for those? Uh-oh, I missed that. I can do that question again because I missed it. I don't want people on YouTube thinking I'm ignoring them. What do you suggest for those who want to begin learning about stock trading? Well, my simplest question is keep coming back, keep asking questions, go to YouTube, look at the videos. It's a lot of explanation there. Okay, it's simple. People stop making it more complicated than it needs to be. All right, hold on. Wow, I missed a whole bunch of questions. All right, Real Estate Maverick. What about Sprouts? Big fat no. Smith, FSCO. Never even heard of it. FSCO. No options, big fat no. Yes, people are making it harder than it needs to be. You're right, Judy. All right, so Smith 974. Yeah, FSCO is a no. All right, Flipper. How's it going, dude? Why would Starbucks miss their earnings today but skyrocket after hours? Are you trying to tell me that the earnings were bad and the stock went up? Negative earnings, stocks go up. See, why do I pay attention to them? I don't. Read his information, it's great. Judy, I have no idea what we're talking about. So anyway, Flipper, I don't pay attention to earnings because you've just witnessed it. I've seen negative earnings where stocks go up. I see positive earnings where stocks go down. I don't pay attention. So that touches on a subject that I feel I need to address. And here it is. You ready? Stocks move for two reasons and two reasons only. One is a known reason, right? We know why it's moving. Two is an unknown reason. We have no idea what the hell happened. Okay, well, let me give you a couple examples. Example number one, earthquake, tornado, hurricane, flood, natural disaster affects directly the corporation, headquarters, whatever, and then they have to shut down, do something anyway to offset that. Well, that's something you can't plan for. Do you remember when the Exxon Valdez crashed in the Northwest? They had no control over that. What about when British Petroleum spilled in the Gulf? Well, they had no control over that either. Well, how about when Apple had this big, huge billion-dollar lawsuit that they had to pay for? Who saw that coming? Those are unknown reasons. And yeah, they affected the stocks. The only thing you can do to those is react. You can't plan for that. So, what is a known reason? A known reason is something you know that's coming up. Earnings, dividends, splits, conference calls, something you can set a schedule to. Say, hey, this is happening. Let me see how does it affect the stock? Well, we've already, someone just confirmed, Mr. Flipper did, that positive earnings, sometimes stocks go down. Negative earnings, sometimes stocks go up. Well, you can plan for that. Okay? I like dividends because dividends are consistent every 90 days. Okay? Every 90 days. The calendar you see behind me, each one of these green little dots represents a company that I like to trade, that I have already done the research. Okay? If it's on my personal list, I've already done the research. It's yes for me. So when it pops up on my calendar, it's never like, oh, do I like this? What's it doing? No, that's never a question. The question for me is it the right time to buy it? Okay? So we get the dividend. Kinder Morgan, Citigroup, Ford, PPG, Clorox, Kroger, British Petroleum, IBM, Siri, Visa, Wells Fargo, Starbucks, Walmart, Baxter, Globe Life, Johnson & Johnson, KeyBank. You've heard of most of these companies. These are top-tier companies. Household names. Johnson & Johnson, Target. Everybody knows who Johnson & Johnson and Target is. Great, those are the ones I invest in. Minty Fresh, yeah, PLTR. Hell no, we've gone over that many times. It's always been a no, and it probably always will be a no. The numbers just don't work. Sorry. So, I take all my stocks and I put them in the calendar, and the calendar tells me when to buy them. That's it. It's either a yes or it's a no. Okay, I will take a look at the stock, CLX. Let's take a look at it. CLX on the 14th. Great. Very first thing I want to do is I want to check out and see CLX. First thing I always want to see is the chart. Now, it should take you no more than 2 or 3 seconds. Is that enough time? Well, yes it is. Let me explain. High, low, where was it, where is it, what direction it's going? See, 3 seconds. It's not that difficult. High, over here. Low, right there. Where was it? It was over there. Where is it now? Well, it's right here. What direction is it going? Well, kind of going sideways at this moment in time. That's it. 5 things take 3 seconds. Great. It's not at the high, way up here. It's not at the low, way down here. It's somewhere in the middle, which works out fine for me. Okay, that's the first thing. Takes a couple of seconds. Next thing I want to see is, what am I buying it for? Okay, purchase price. Last, bid, ask, volume, high, low, open, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I can buy it at 133.67. The closest strike price is going to be the 134. The 134 is going for $3. Yeah, that's over 2%. Well, I like the numbers. Great. Now, what's the chart going to tell me? Let's go back to the charts. Okay, it topped off at 169. That was the beginning of August of last year. Bottomed out the beginning of November at 115.03. Last 90 days. Okay, here we go. Last 90 days. 90 days ago, we opened up at 139. Topped out at, oh, wait a second. 5 things. High, low, where was it, where is it, what direction it's going? See, simple. 2 or 3 seconds. Read James's information that can be downloaded from this website. Well, there's a bunch of information about me. You gotta remember, I've been online for over 20 years. I still have the exact same email address I opened up, I think it was 1994. I got my email address. I still have emails from the 90s. Okay, so people send me stuff, and I think it's all right. Let me see what that looks like in 2 or 3 years. Okay, I get pitched by all weird kinds of shit. Weird. Okay, and I save them because I want to see what happens to that person. Okay, you'll see emails from me 10, 15 years ago that are still relevant to this day, because the stock market has been around for over 400 years. Okay, they've introduced options to us in the 1970s. Well, 70s was what, 50 years ago? So it's all still relevant. All the information that I do, I think they call it evergreen. It never gets old. All right, this is the last 90 days. High, low, where was it, where is it, what direction is it going? Fine, wonderful. Now, last 30 days. The last 30 days gives me a more direct idea of what it's going to do in the next 5 days. Do you remember, I want to jump in on a Monday, I want to be out on Friday. That's 5 days. Now, this shows the last 4 weeks. All right, well, week number 1, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Look, here's the new 30-day bottom. Awesome. I love 30-day bottoms, especially a 30-day bottom coming off of a 30-day top. Okay, there she is. I want to make sure that's the bottom. So tomorrow, I'll be looking at it, saying, where's she going to open up tomorrow? Okay, if she opens up at 133 or 132, okay, look at the premiums. Look at the premiums I'm going to collect. The 32 is going for 390. Well, that's almost 3%. Okay, the 33 is going for 340. Okay, that's 2.5%, maybe? I don't know. But I like those numbers. Okay? Do I like Clorox? Well, Clorox has been a household name. It's like, hey, I gotta go get some Clorox. My mom always had Clorox in the laundry room. You walk in, it's this big white bottle with the blue and red label on it. Clorox. They've been in business for over 100 years. They are a dividend king. It means they've increased their dividends for more than 50 consecutive years. That's 5 decades. And look at the premium they're giving me. Buying it, selling it, I'm collecting that. Well, hell yeah. The question you should have in your mind is like, okay, it should be on my list. Why isn't it on your list? It's a dividend. They've been in business for over 100 years. Okay, they have seen, literally, Clorox company has seen World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, the Great Depression, stock market crash, all the crap that happened in the 70s. There were the oil embargoes, the dot-com crash in the 2000s, the Y2K crap, all the crap the last 100 years that the U.S. economy has thrown at them, yet they continue to increase their dividends every single year. And if I can jump in this price, sell this price, collect a 2% premium for a week, oh hell yeah, I'm going to do that. Is Clorox on my list? Well, it is now. CLXN, a big fat circle, because I like it. All right, Minty Fresh PLTR, hell no. All right, so we all agree that we like Clorox. Well, at least I like Clorox. Agree with me, disagree with me, whatever. Bad Fish, dude, how you doing? Like a Whole Foods store in California. Yep, got it. It's a produce store, there you go. We don't have them here, sorry, dude. Invite Annie Trades Crypto to join the live as a guest. Ooh, Annie Trades Crypto, I'd love to invite you. However, I don't do cryptocurrency, so I'm not 100% sure if you can contribute to this conversation or not. I don't want to talk about crypto at all. D-March 25, yep, agreed. Only did college because of engineering. Yep, it's one of those professions where you actually need college. You know? So my mother went to college for liberal arts. I'm thinking to myself, hey Ma, let's whip out a want ad and see how many job openings there are for liberal arts graduates. 0. Hey, 86 is here. What's happening, dude? Chevrolet, I haven't forgot about you. I'm past Sprouts, I don't blame you. It was a one-time thing. How about Coca-Cola? That's a no. Right, Globe Life. Did I miss it? I think you did miss Globe Life. GL. Yeah, Globe Life is going to be a no. All right, not a no, but not this week. Okay, Globe Life is not this week. Reason being, it's at the high of the year at the moment. Okay, now, I don't like high of the year. I don't jump on the choo-choo train at the top of the hill. Yeah, no thanks. Because at the top of the, what do you think is going to happen at the top of the hill? Well, you're going to go down the other side. I'd rather be at the bottom of the hill going to the upside. That's me. So the only thing you missed on Globe Life was not this week. Chama Sexy, PPG, I'm going to put that on my list. PPG. All right, Intel we looked at. Mara is next on the list. M-A-R-A. And in case you're wondering, yes, I did buy some Mara this week. All right, I'm subscribing to your channel now. Woohoo! Yay, someone. Alrighty. Ooh, I got 29 more questions to go. We're going to look at Mara in a second. Matthew, thoughts on dripping JEPI and JEPQ in a Roth? Wow. Matthew, I'm assuming you're new, because only somebody new here would actually ask me about those two particular stocks. And we're going to get into that in a second, because I need someone to pick on tonight, and you might not like it, because I'm going to give you an absolute, what the hell are you thinking putting your money into that crap? That's what I'm going to get. I'm actually telling you now, that's exactly what I'm going to say as soon as I'm done with Marathon. Okay, Marathon, we're going to look at JEPQ and JEPI, and then I'm going to say, what the hell are you thinking? All right, so sit tight, don't go anywhere, and hopefully you don't get offended too easily. Somebody over here on YouTube is laughing their ass off on that one, because they've been here before. They know exactly what I'm going to say about JEPI and JEPQ. And there's a reason for that. Okay, and here's the reason. Okay, I'm not quite sure if anybody's told you this. Can't offend me. I grew up in construction and I'm a girl. Well, Judy, alrighty then. Okay, I like people in the Generation X, because you know we tell it like it is. We honestly don't care about your feelings. There's no safe spaces here. Okay, there's no participation trophy. Okay, you either win or you lose. You make money or you lose money. Okay, you're flipping a coin, heads or tails. Okay, I don't think I've ever, my whole life, have I ever seen the coin land on its side. Never. It's happened. No emotional recovery day. I'm liking you more and more, Judy. I am. All right. Let's take a look at Marathon, because I did buy some Marathon this week. Okay, the numbers just look good. I jumped into it. All right, first thing, always high, low. What was it? Where is it? What direction it's going? Not even 2 seconds. Great. So now I want to take a look at the numbers. $20.30. Right here, $20.30. Well, it's obvious the closest strike price is going to be the $20 strike price. the $20 strike price. Check out that number. 70 cents per share on a $20 stock. That is a 3% return for 1 week. Do you have any idea what 3% is amortized throughout the year? That's over 75%. Well, I could be very comfortable living off 75%. I'm actually comfortable living off of 1%. 1% return is actually covers all my bills. 3%, hell yeah, I have money to go out and party. But I don't party that much. So I'm a cheap date. Yeah, 60 years old, I'm a cheap date. Isn't that sad? All right, so anyway, I can buy it at $20.03, sell the 20s, collect 70 cents. Now we all know, all right, we may not know, so let's bring up the calculator. Clear. 70 cents, divide that by 20. Okay, 3.0, I was wrong. Pardon me, 3.5% for the week. All right, let's take a deeper look at the numbers. A year ago, we were at $16.99. The bottom was beginning of October at $7.16. Top of the year was the end of February. Okay, so from the top of February, look what it did. Now this looks almost perfect. Depends on how much you're investing, really. Not really, because 3% is 3%. Okay, 3% of 100 is 3. 3% of 1,000 is 300. 3% of 1,000,000 is 30,000. Okay, it's still just 3%. Okay, here is where you can see it really good. Okay, we have the high right here. There's the high. She drops, pulls back, 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 drops, pulls back. Look at the nice steady flow. Consistently going up, consistently coming down. Do I do your program in D? I have no idea what that means, Recon. Okay, sorry, I have no idea what that means. But Recon, you've been here for a while. You should know this. Cool. 0.35. Who? Dennis? Oh, we're talking about marathon. Okay, marathon. All right, that's the last 90 days. There's definitely a pattern there. Okay, do you see the pattern? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Well, we're at the down point now. So this baby's going to turn around and go back up. So I'm writing marathon down for next week because that looks like a good contender. And it's already written down for next week. Imagine that. Okay, last 30 days. Here we go. Now, you really can't miss this. Well, you could if you're not paying attention. Okay, 30 days ago, here we are. She drops. There's our 30-day bottom on the 10th of July. Okay, that's 18. That's right around 19 bucks. 19 bucks. She jumps up to 27.30. 19 to 27. 19 to 27. It's an $8 move on an $18 stock or $19 stock. $8 on a $19 stock. That is just a little bit, probably right around 40%. It's below 50%, but a 50% increase, a 40% increase from the 10th until the 17th. 40% increase between the 10th and the 7th. Oh, hell yeah, I'm taking my profits. Okay, and a whole bunch of other people took theirs. Drop, 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 retrace, drop, drop. We have a new 30-day bottom right here. Today, Tuesday. Now, I jumped on it on Monday only because I just saw the opportunity and said, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to jump in on that one. So I made my 3% so far this week. Do I really care if it keeps going down? No, I really don't care. Why? Well, because I've been doing this since January and sharing with you live. So you can actually go back and watch every single one of my live shows on YouTube. So you can go back all the way to January and take a look at all of them. You will see I've done Mara plenty of times over the year. Oh, matter of fact, can we do this right here? Nope, that ain't it. This is it right here. Hold that thought, because if you really want to check, you can go right here. Okay, you see all my trades that I've made so far this year. Okay, here they are right here. Every single trade I make every single year, I actually post every week. Okay, so week 1, no marathon. Week 2, no marathon. Week 3, no marathon. Week 4, nope. Week 5, nope. Week 6, nope. Week 7, nope. Week 8, nope. Week 9, nope. Week 10, nope. Week 11, nope. Week 12, nope. Week 13, nope. 14, nope. 15, no. 16, no. When the hell did I buy a marathon? What are we at? Week 19? Still no marathon? 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Shit, I could have sworn I bought a marathon this year. Maybe not in this account. Wow. Okay, so let's go here. Marathon, right here. Alright, so I got 2,000 shares at 22.26. That was yesterday. So 22.26, and I sold the 136s. Sorry, I sold the 22s. I got 136. Well, that's well over 4%. So I said, hell yeah, why not? Okay, so that's marathon. I like marathon. Alright. That being said, let's pick on Matthew with JEPI and JEPQ. Okay, so who's ever been here for a while, you know why I don't like JEPI. JEPI. Oh, look at that. It's a monthly. Now, there's a reason why I don't do monthlies, and the reason is because they don't pay worth a squat. Right now, it's at 57 bucks. If I'm going to do the 57, I'm collecting a whopping 30 cents. Well, what is 30 cents on a $50 stock? Clear. 30 cents divided by 57 bucks. Okay, 57 bucks. It gives me a grand total of a 0.5%. Matthew, are you seeing the numbers? If I do a covered call on this, now a covered call is one of the safest strategies there is. If I'm doing a covered call, I'm getting a 0.5%. Okay, see it? 0.5%. That's for the month. So I got to carry this piece of crap for 3 weeks. So let's carry it, find out what it's going to be for 3 weeks. That's 0.17. That's 1/8. That's less than an eighth of, wait, 1.75. 1.75 is 1/8 of a percent. 1/8 of a percent per week. Okay, so let's multiply that by 52. I'm getting a grand total of 9% per year. Okay, if I do JEPI. Okay, so what's another reason why I don't like JEPI? Well, let's put it into Yahoo Finance and find out what those numbers are. JEPI, there we go. Now, JEPI, let's take a look at some of the dividends. Now, they've only been paying dividends. That can't be right. Yeah, I didn't think that was, oh, that is right. Okay, so JEPI, they've only been paying dividends since 2020. That's 4 years. Well, it gets worse. Hold on tight, it gets worse. So this is where I say, what the hell are you thinking putting your money into this piece of crap? They started out at 49 cents. Great, nice place to start. The very next week, they dropped their dividend by 30%. So if you start out with a good dividend and then you decrease it by 30%, what is that telling your investors? So it goes from 49 to 39 to 45 to 44 to 52 to 50 to 54 to 26. Did they just decrease it by 50% here? December 2020, 54 cents. February 1st, nothing in January? No, nothing in January. Okay? So from December to February, they cut it 50%. This was in 2021. So it goes 26, 32, 37, 31, 40 cents. Then it decreased it again to 26. again, another 30% decrease. 34, 37, 38, 46, 38, again, over 25% decrease. Okay, they're all over the place with their dividends. No consistency whatsoever. So if you're dishing out 43 cents per share, because you think of it, you multiply it by millions, that's how much they're dishing out. Great. So you have a certain amount of percentage of profit. Wonderful. Well, if they're decreasing it by 20% or 30%, doesn't that mean they're not as profitable? Possibility. So they've only been paying for 4 years. They have monthly options. The monthly options are paying an eighth, one eighth of a percent per week. Why the hell would I do that? But hold on. It gets worse. Now we're going to look at a summary. Okay? Summary basically tells us what kind of a yield we're getting. So we're investing all our money into this. We're getting these dividends. Great. What kind of a yield is that? What am I investing? Okay, I'm investing $57 per share. What rate of return am I getting for the year? Well, I'm getting 7.3% for the year. 7.3% for the year. Now, I'm showing you how to get a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week using good quality dividend stock companies that have consistently increased, not sporadically, not cutting back at all, but consistently increasing their dividends for 20 consecutive years. Now, to me, that's a no-brainer. If a company is profitable, why would I put my money into a company that's not profitable? Well, if they keep cutting their dividends, that's the share of the profits that they're giving to the stockholders. So if they're cutting that price, well, why the hell would you put your money in there? And they're only giving you 7%. Okay, so it's giving you 7% per year. They're not consistently profitable. They have monthly options. Okay, so shall we take a look at JEPQ? It's basically the exact same thing. JEPQ. Oh, look at that. It's a monthly also. What kind of crap are they paying here? 52 bucks. The 52 is going for 60 cents. Ooh, that's better than JEPI. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to clear this, break this over here. So I'm now getting 60 cents on JEPQ. Okay, I'm going to divide that by the 5270. That gives me a grand total of 1.1%. Ooh, hell of a lot better than JEPI. But here's the thing. I have to hold this for 3 weeks. So now I got to divide this by 3. And weekly, I'm getting 0.3%. I'm getting a third. Hell of a lot better than JEPI. JEPI was giving an eighth of a percent per week. This is getting a third of a percent per week. Great. Let's multiply it out by 52, because there's 52 weeks in the year. Gives me a grand total of 19.75%. Okay, great. 19.75 is actually not that bad for some people. Not me, and hopefully not you guys after you see what you're learning. Okay, so 19.75%. Wonderful. So let's go to JEPQ. Let's see what kind of crap they offer. JEPQ. Now, JEPQ is offering you a yield of 8.77. So yeah, it is better than JEPI. Okay? Now let's take a look at historical data, because we want to see how consistent they are with their dividends. Okay? Historical prices, dividends only. We want to go to the maximum. Okay, here we go with the max. All the way. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. They've only been paying for 2 years, and you want to put your money in a 2-year-old company. What the heck? Dude, Matthew, you got it like 4 times. What the hell are you thinking? Seriously. You go to work 40 hours, I'm assuming, this is just an assumption here, okay? You go to work 40 hours a week, and you're putting it, needs to be 20 according to thanks. You're putting your hard-earned money into a company that's only been paying, now I haven't seen if they've been increasing yet. They've only been paying dividends for 2 years. Okay, well let's look at the numbers. 38, 34, going down, not a good thing. 41, 55, 38, going down, not a good thing. 68, 55, 58, 44, 43, 45, 48, 36, 37, 45, 42, 34. All over the place. No consistency whatsoever. So Matthew, I implore you, search high and low and actually do some research where you're putting your money. My humble opinion, JEPQ and JEPI are for those people who don't care about their money. They say, here, you do it, you give me what you think is right. And what they think is right is 7% per year. Okay, if you take a look at some of the statistics, the inflation rate is a hell of a lot more than that, so you're losing money consistently. All right, anyway, I needed to pick on someone tonight. You were it. Thanks, Matthew, for being our, what do you call it? Our punch buggy? No, what do they call it? A punching bag. Not a punching bag. All right, anyway. I do your program indeed. What do you think of JetBlue? JetBlue doesn't have 20 years of increased dividends, and do you really want to pick on me after that? Cham Sexy, PPG. We got PPG written down. We're going to take a look at it. Actually, what's next on our list is actually Starbucks. So let's go through a few more questions. I got 72 questions to go through. Holy shit, we're at 11 o'clock. Okay, I say if I get them over 200, I'll stay. So if you guys like, share, comment, get the audience a little over 200, I'll stay a little bit longer. Other than that, we're out of here at 11:30. RAM, what about SFM? Now, here's a funny thing, RAM. Okay? Now, you guys rattle off ticker symbols to me all night. Now, some of them I recognize. I recognize PPG. I recognize JEPQI and JEPQ. Yeah, I recognize those because I have somebody asking me every single night about those turds. This is my opinion. It's a turd. Okay? If you're going to give your money to some computer, I've seen enough of, what was that movie? War Games with Matthew Broderick. I saw that one. The Terminator, saw that. Wolf of Wall Street, saw that. Yeah. I don't trust computers as far as I can throw them. So I would not give my money to a computer and say, here, I don't want to do it, you do it. So, SFM. What I was getting at is you giving me a, yeah, come on. Well, that's, no, I'm not even going to entertain that one, Ram. What are you thinking about? JetBlue, no, WBA. I don't trust electronic banking. Neither do I, Judy. That's why I like cash. RAM, SFM is a big fat no. Alright, Mark Sherman, you want to take a look at that? Huh? Give me my money. Alrighty. WBA, that's on our list. As a matter of fact, I have WBA in almost every single account that I have. Alright. You didn't do Globe Life. Yes, I did. Okay? I did Globe Life. GL. Whoops. Okay? Globe Life is at a high. So what I did with Globe Life, I said it's at a high. We're going to wait for it because it's just going to be a no this week. The reason it's a no, like, why would you jump on at the high? Are you waiting to go higher? That's like standing on a ladder waiting for someone to bring you a taller ladder. Yeah, we looked at Globe Life. It's too high. It's not a no, it's just not this week. You want to come and say hi, Jake? Jake?
1 second. I'm on the phone.
Oh, okay. I thought you were okay. Anyway, Jacob might come say hi. But maybe computers will be better at investing with the whole AI stuff. Could be. You never know. RSA. What the heck is RSA? RSA. No options. That's a big fat no. Sorry, dude. Sorry, Dennis. Big fat no, RSA. Alright, Ram, I'm not even going to, I'm going to ignore you because SFM, that's a big fat turd in my opinion.
1 second.
Recon. I do your program inside my Roth. They will not let me sell in the money. Said it was selling short. Yeah, tell them to bite my butt. AI just like an emotional recovery day. One of those things. Alright, Recon, you got to find yourself a different broker that will allow you to do what you want to do. Just my humble opinion. Okay? I have no idea where you have your money sitting. Okay, and you're not selling short. You are using a trading strategy that is well documented. Again, Ram? Seriously, SFM? You skipped Globe Life. I did not skip Globe Life. We looked at it 3 times. What about PPG? PPG.
You were complaining about how the raviolis are
139, yeah. 127s, the 127s, nice. The 128s, no. The numbers aren't working on this one. Sorry. PPG, take a look at the numbers. Okay, 130. You can't go by these numbers here. The last trade was 127.21. The bid 124, the ask 139. They're too far spread out to give you a good, accurate reading. So if you really like it, this is what you do in the morning. You'll take a look at what the ask price is. You'll join it up with the closest strike price. You find out what you're collecting for the strike price. Do your math. Is it worth it? Well, besides that, take a look at the chart. High, low, where was it, where is it, what direction is it going? Okay, and go from there. Okay, nice movement, cool. Now from the first, last 30 days, this is what we're looking at. Okay, up from 124 to 135, that's 11 bucks. It's $11 move. Well, of course there's going to be profit taken. Drop right down there, here's your bottom. This is your 30-day bottom. The reason why you can tell this is your 30-day bottom, look, 1, 2, 3 days all higher than that 30-day bottom. I can't give you the numbers because they're not actually giving it to us. Growth. Andrea, growth, not dividend. Andrea, if you're looking for growth, not dividend, you're in the wrong place. I'm sorry that you wasted your whole time watching this because I'm not looking for growth at all. I'm looking for cash flow. Safe, predictable, consistent cash flow, 1% per week. That's what I'm looking for. If that's not what you're looking for, you're in the wrong place, honey. Sorry. Samantha. All right. Some and F. Samantha. Okay. What do you think about AMF? AMF. No options. That's a no. That's a no. Sorry, Samath. Dr. Sherwar, how are you today? AMF. Alright, Shemath, no. AMD, again, no. Okay, AMF has no options, no way to profitable, no way to profit off of it consistently on a weekly basis if it has no options. AMD, they don't have any dividends, that's going to be a no. Sorry. Dexcon, oh boy, Matthew, you weren't paying attention. It's a no. Sorry. Philip, is there a good beginner guide to trading? Would like to get into it. Philip, I have no idea. I don't have any information about you whatsoever. My assumption is this is your first time here because I'm very good with names. Philip Schaefer, I've never seen that name here before, but welcome. I can't really give you a guide other than doing some basic research. Okay, what's the good, what's the bad about investing in the stock market? What's the pros, what's the cons? Okay, usually this is what happens, Philip. Usually we go to school, go to college, get a good job, work 40, 50 years of our life, throw a certain amount of money into retirement account. Because whether you want to agree to it or not, retirement is coming for everyone. You have 3 opportunities to retire. One is aging out. It means you get too damn old to work. Number 2 is you walk out. I got enough money. I don't need this job. You can take a job and shut up, blah, blah, blah. Walk out. 3, toe tag. It means you die on the job. Happens to a lot of people. But it's coming, whether you like it or not. So normally, you will take all your money that you've saved up throughout all your working years of your life, and then you will put it someplace, whatever place that is, in some type of vehicle that will give you a consistent return so that you can pay your bills. Because once we stop working, okay, once you stop punching that time clock, your income stops coming in. So your income has to come from somewhere. So we are the only species on this planet that have to pay to live here. The money has to come from somewhere. So eventually, you're going to take your money, you're either going to do it yourself or you're going to give it to someone to do it for you. They're going to take it and they're going to invest it. Well, what are they going to invest it in? Well, they're going to invest it in some kind of vehicle, either a bond or or a CD or a stock or an ETF, something that will give you a return. What I'm doing is I've retired in November, so the amount of money I have, as small as it may be, it gets me a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. So if I have 50 grand, 1% a week is $500 a week. $100,000, 1% is $1,000 a week. $300,000 is $3,000 a week. It all depends on where you are, but eventually we are all going to end up there. Okay? We're all going to end up in a box, in a grave, somewhere, somehow, because we don't all live forever. Alright? So you have to figure out where you want to put it. So if you're just getting started, learn the basics. Okay? Now, for me, this trading strategy I came up with for my 9-year-old daughter. Okay, that's enough for me for the day. Thank you, sir. Aside from this, it's been fun. Pointing out blah, blah, blah. Good. Okay, someone, you have a good day over there on YouTube. See you later. So the trading strategy I'm teaching here was created for my 9-year-old daughter. Here's the obstacles that had to come over. It had to be simple. It had to be safe. It had to be predictable, consistent, and no way my 9-year-old daughter could lose. What happens if my 9-year-old daughter loses? Well, she's going to cry. I'm going to feel like crap. The wife is going to, well, the ex-wife, mom's going to get involved, and then the couch is not as comfortable as you think it is. Actually, the couch is very comfortable. Anyway, so that being said, simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way to lose. That's the 5 criteria I had to overcome for my 9-year-old daughter. You might be in that same situation. So here's the 5 rules. Okay, because along with the criteria coming up with the strategy, I had to come up with 5 rules that she had to abide by. Rule number 1, never buy something you don't want to hold long term because you just might have to. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. It defeats the purpose of the whole game. Rule number 3, make sure they are consistently profitable. A good quality, consistently profitable company. How do you figure that out? The simplest and easiest way, how consistent are they with their increase on dividends? Now the dividends are the profit that they give to their investors. And if they're increasing that profit every single year, well, put 2 and 2 together, hey, if they're increasing every single year, well, they must be profitable every single year. Those are the only companies I want to do. And then make sure they have weekly options, because I want a weekly check. That's simple. I want to get paid weekly. Okay, I can do that with weekly options. 2 August 24, that's this Friday. 9 August 24, that's next Friday. 16 August, that's 3 Fridays away. Every single Friday I can do this. Now, I have a list of 300 companies that I look at. Why? Well, there's 9,598 companies. We looked last week. Okay, I check it every week because the number's always changing. 9,598 different companies I can invest in at any moment in time. However, there's only 300 that have increased their dividends consecutively every single year and have weekly options. Who are they? Well, Dividend Kings, Dividend Aristocrats, Dividend Champions, Dividend Contenders, and I throw in Warren Buffett's list just because we all like Warren. It's good enough for Warren, it's good enough for me. Some other guy's account. Hey, back again, dude. Nice to see you. Holy crap, I got 100 messages and we're at 9:15. All right, hope that helped you out a bit. What about PPG? Where to look at PPG? That's going to be a not this week. PFE, Pfizer. I like Pfizer. PFE. Okay, if you guys like, share, and comment, if at 11:30, if we have 200 people here, I'll stay on longer. But if you don't get up to 200, I'm going to leave. So how do you do that? Like, comment, share, blah, blah, blah. If we get there, we get there. If we don't, we don't. We'll do it again tomorrow. Same thing. All right, so Pfizer. Ooh, Pfizer's going to be a no, only because it's at a 30-day high. I don't do 30-day highs. There's no guarantee it will go up. You have a 1 in 22%. 1 in 22 chances that's going to go up. Why did I come up with that? Well, if you count them out, there's 22 trading days in a month. There can only be one high, and there can only be one low. Well, we already have the high right now, so what's the chances of the very next day going to be high? Well, you think it's a 50-50. Well, it kind of is, but not really. Your chances are 1 in 22. 1 in 22 that's going to be higher, because you have all these other days that aren't the high. Mickey D's, huh, Mark? MCD. Now, Mickey D's is on my list, but is it a contender for this week? MCD. That's going to be a no. Sorry, dude. Look at this big jump in the last couple of days. Okay? 30-day bottom, previous 30-day top, previous bottom, jumped up here. Yeah. Look at that. That's going to be a no. Not that McDonald's is a no. It's just not this week. All right? Big difference between no and not this week. All right, we're going to skip through some of this stuff. I'm going to go quicker. Do I like any REITs? Yes, I do. Like one or two of them. AGNC. Ooh, Andrea, I do like AGNC. Abelmal. Yeah, we didn't do Abelmal, did we? We're up to 130, 144. Come on, guys. Like, comment, and share. I'll stay on longer. ALB. Abelmal. Abelmal, 92.51. All right, we're looking at the 93s. The 93s are going for 295. Okay, that's over 2%. And I like Abelmal. A year ago, we're at 216. The bottom was right on 88. Ooh, holy cow, that's a big drop if you think about it. Now, the last 90 days, we get a top here at 137. Our bottom is a couple of days ago on the 19th at 89.92. Well, we're at 92.51 at the moment. That looks good. What we haven't seen lately, here's the last 30 days. Okay. 30-day high was almost 30 days ago. She dropped, retraced, dropped again, retraced again. Kind of like all over the place, but the 30-day bottom was on the 19th, $90.05. The 93 is going for over 2, almost 3%, but well over 2. Okay, so well over 2. What we haven't seen lately is the seasonality. Now, for you guys who don't know what seasonality is, that is, ready? It's another chart that I like. All the way to the left is January 1st. All the way to the right is December 31st. The blue line represents the movement so far this year. The red line represents the movement on average over the last 10 years. Abelbaum SP, what's the ticker? I have no idea. The ticker, ALB, well, that's Abelbaum. All right, that being said, we are here right now, the end of July. Okay, I want to see what it's going to do for the next couple of weeks based on historical performance. Now, it's done it 10 years in a row. What is it going to do this time? Well, here we are right here. It looks, okay, it looks as if she's going to dip a little bit this week and then go up next week and then the week after. Okay, well, that's historical. That's not guaranteed. That's just what it's happened to have done last year, the year before, year before, year before, on average. Okay, so I like Abelbaum. Numbers work. Mr. Nobody, thank you for that. That was very nice of you. Merck, we'll look at Merck tomorrow. I see this is behind. Yes, it is. If we text something, it comes up 10 minutes late. Terribly sorry, Andrea. There's like a couple hundred people here. In order for me to keep track of everything and to do due diligence on each comment you guys make, it's going to take a little while. Champ Sexy, we looked at PEF, PPG, and Pfizer. We looked at those. Yeah, thank you, 86. Yeah, Andrea, it is live, and I will get to the questions eventually. SKT, never heard of it. ARCC, that's a hell no. Mickey D's, we already looked at. ARKG, sorry, that's going to be a no. Is INTC a double circle? Nope, INTC was only a single circle, so you've been here for a while, so you know what that means, right? Yeah, I think Marathon was the only one that made a double circle. And I actually bought some Marathon yesterday. How long do you buy call for? All right, Karen Young, I don't buy calls at all. I sell call, okay? How long do I hold? I like to hold for 5 days. Doesn't always work. I look for that 1% per week. Blah blah blah. Ooh, we're getting through these questions, aren't we? Thoughts on Cirrus M? Yeah, they don't have 20 years of increased dividends. That much I do know. What time do you check in the morning? 9 a.m. Can you do a covered call on Robinhood for us? Unfortunately, I can't, because Robinhood is on my phone, which is being used right now. Sorry. Are your trades married for cost basis purposes? No. The giant touchscreen looks so nice and useful. Yeah, thank you. What about PPG? All right, Champ Sexy, we already looked at both of those. Beginner question. Since you are trading from within your IRA, do you have to pay taxes on earnings? Okay, you're under the misconception that I actually have an IRA. I don't. All my stuff is held in a corporation, which means all my profits are taxed on a corporate level. However, any losses the corporation incurs is offset by the profits that I make. So if I have a balance between profits and losses, okay, so here's the thing. If you're consistently making money and you're investing that money back into certain things to make the company better, you know, a new company car, a new company house, company vacation, not really company vacations, but what do they call those? Company retreats, quarterly, what do you call those? Quarterly stockholders meetings. Okay, so if I have a quarterly stockholder meeting in Paris, I have to fly all of the board members over to Paris, and it's a company expense. So that big fat book, that IRS book, yeah, they'll tell you how to not pay any taxes legally. That's up to you. And for that, I suggest a tax strategist or a tax planner to tell you how to set up your accounts, how to set up all your assets, so you don't have to pay taxes and you don't. You're less likely to be sued. Okay. All that's kind of important. Irish tax, both. Okay, we'll throw on. Yep. All depends on how you want to hold it. August 24. I have no idea what that means. Hello from Jennifer. August 24. And it's legal if you read the code. Yep. Actually, if you read the code, to be deemed or registered as a professional trader, you have to do a minimum of 4 trades a day. So if you're trading and you want to do 4 trades a day, well, you are now legally a trader. And that does come with some perks. All right, Rich Bob, can you please show the button you use to launch a covered call again? Thanks. All right, Rich, this is like the 3rd time I've showed you this, dude. All right, first and foremost, here's Thinkorswim. First thing I want to do is come on over to here. It says option chain, filter, spread, layout, blah, blah, blah. Click on the spread. Comes down, covered call, right there. Okay, and if I like Able model at 9250, I want to take the 93s. I want to take the 9250s right there. Click at that, boom, it already jumps up right there. 5,000 shares, so 10 contracts. Here's the whole thing right there. Okay, hopefully that works for you. Denzel, dude. All right, hey Denzel, sorry dude, I'm just getting ready to sign off. We're at 126. We're at 130, not 200. If we get to 200, I'll stay. Like, share, comment, blah, blah, blah. Wave to Denzel. There you go, Denzel. All right, can you please? All right, I just showed that. Andrew, Intel dividends earnings 810. Okay. Intel has earnings 810. Do you stay away from stock during earnings? No, I do not. Lori, is the morning session 25 a month to join? No. See, 25 a month, you get to see delayed data. So after every trading group meeting, I upload the video, and you get to see it afterwards, which doesn't really help you out very much. But I think it's $100 a month to actually be on the live trading every day. Intel is going bankrupt. Is it really? Isn't that how rumors start? Intel's going bankrupt? I don't know. I would have to take a look at it. And Dave, I appreciate the information, but just as the information I'm giving you, I'm going to check it. Which, as I say, you guys check everything I say. Don't take what I say seriously. Do the research. Oops, I missed a whole bunch of questions. Sorry. I read 5. Best way to invest $1,000. Holy cow! I do it on education. Okay, learn as much as you possibly can. I have $10,000 just sitting in the bank, and I don't know what to do with it. I'm 26. Any advice? Red, my advice to you would be learn. There's lots of places to invest. stamps, collectibles, coins, art, cars, real estate. There's a lot of things you can do. All right. Now, if you're interested in the stock market, well, great. It's been around for 400 years. It ain't going anywhere. You do some research on YouTube. How safe is a covered call? Put it right into the search engine. How safe is a covered call? Okay. Best stocks to use on covered calls. How do I profit in the stock market without risking anything? There's a lot of things you can ask, but I can't honestly tell you anything. Unless, of course, you DM me with your phone number. I'll give you a buzz and we can have a chat. Okay, you guys, we've got 2 minutes left and we're at 1:39. It doesn't look like we're going to hit 200 by 11:30. So I'm going to be out here in a few minutes. Siri, red for me. Siri, puts and covered calls. Jessica King, way to go. CF, I love CF. At what point do you sell the underlying stocks? All right, PKD Warrior. When I do a covered call, my intention is that the stock goes up and whoever bought that option from me actually buys the stock from me. So if I'm looking at Albemarle, ALB, 92.50, and I sell the 92s for 340, well, I'm getting 3% for the week. Yeah, great, fine. If the stock is above 92 come Friday, more likely the person who paid me this is going to buy that at 92. That's what a covered call is. An option is just gives you the right, not the obligation. So what happens if I sell this? I buy it at 92.50, I sell the 92, and then the stock jumps up to 103. Well, whoever bought that option can buy the stock from me at 92. I miss out on all that escalation. But here's the thing, I really don't care about that. Honestly, I don't. What I care about is it's a good company, consistently increases their dividends, have weekly options, and is it the right time to buy? Well, hell yeah, it's the right time to buy. Look, here's the bottom here, a couple of days to the upside. If I buy this, I sell that, and she's above 92 come Friday, well, she's at 92.51 now. What makes you think 30-day high here, 30-day bottom? Well, of course she's going to go up. Okay, that's not guaranteed. It just looks that way by the chart. High, low, up, down, up, down. Now it's ready to go back up again. If I'm collecting the premium, which is 3% at this current moment in time, okay, that 3% is what I want to collect on a weekly basis. Now, my goal is a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. 1% per week is over 50% per year. Simple, easy trades. Do I like Albemarle? Well, of course I like Albemarle. I bought Albemarle plenty of times this year. Takes money to make money. You're kind of right. Okay. Hey, Sheila. I never saw a dancing hot dog before. Thanks. Yep, that's what we want to know. All right. 8 more messages. Oh, I'm almost done. Cool beans. What broker do you use? I use Thinkorswim, okay, which is through Charles Schwab. Okay, that's for my big accounts. My smaller accounts are with Robinhood. Touch it right on my phone. Do that for my grandson. Worry has a lot of questions to go through. As you YouTube too. Yep, I got nobody on Facebook at all. Wait, Paula Kennedy. Oh my goodness, Paula, how are you doing? Paula, I'm going to apologize for the camera quality only because I got 6 cameras going now, and the Facebook one is always the worst for some strange reason. But it is nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by. You know who stopped by yesterday? Jerry Neville and Ed DeCroach. They stopped by yesterday. Gary Crawford stopped by a couple of weeks ago. It's always cool. But you have a great night, Miss Paula. All right, so we have a couple more questions to go, and then we're going to call it a night. Charles Schwab. All right. Thanks again. Good night. You got it. PTPI, New Pharmacy. If it's a new pharmacy, then more than likely it doesn't have 20 years of increased dividends. So it won't make the list. Okay, Apple doesn't make my list, and it's been around longer. But I do trade Apple. The reason why I trade Apple is because it's on Warren Buffett's list. That's the only reason why I trade it. There's a couple companies you'll see that the only reason why I trade them because they're on Warren Buffett. Okay, Michael David Robson. How do you like on here? All right, Judy, I am sending you DM on Instagram. I never do that, so I hope it works. Well, Judy, that's going to be a tough one. I'll take a look at it. I prefer, DMs on TikTok because I see those all day. For some strange reason, TikTok just has more engagement. There's just more people on TikTok. Now, I've been broadcasting on YouTube for over 10 years, and YouTube doesn't have clearly near the audience that TikTok has. And I've only been on TikTok for what, a year? Weird. Okay, what's the minimum investment? That's going to be totally up to you. We're all different, you know. I got it, TikTok. Hi, Judy. Now, Judy, before you go on TikTok, there's 27 other people pretending to be me on TikTok. So you got to be careful who you're doing. Best bet is to look on the live and DM me from the live event. That way you know it's exactly me. And if you really want to talk to me, send me your number. I'll give you a call. All right. Wendy's is perfect buy right now. Now, I don't think so, because number one, I don't know Wendy's. WEN, Wendy's. It's a monthly. Sorry, Wendy's is no. Okay, now I tell you over and over and over again, monthlies just don't pay the same. So here's an idea. All right, there's 9,598 different companies. That's a lot to choose from. Now, out of that 9,598 companies, only 300 have increased their dividends consistently for 20 years or more, which means they're consistently profitable. Great. And those 300 companies have weekly options, which means I can trade them every single week, giving me a cash check every single Monday. Here, Wendy's, it may be a great company. They may have great dividends, but I can only trade it once a month. Now, the question I ask you, is 12 checks a year better or 52 checks a year better? Now remember, the 52 checks a year I get average 1% or more, which is over 50%. So that's the question. Safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week is over 50%. Wendy's, it's at 17.34. Okay, so 17s are going for 80 cents. I'm losing 45 right off the top. You take 45 from the 80 here, 17.45. You take that 45 cents off of this 80, now you're down to 35 cents. 35 cents on a $17 stock, well, that's 2%. Well, great. But, here we go, let's try this here. 80 cents minus the 45 that we're losing right off the top. My profit is 35 cents. Great. Well, the stock price is 17 because I already subtracted the 45. So 17. So I'm making 2%. I'm making 2%. Wonderful. But I've got to hold it for 17 days. That's 3 weeks. Okay. So I divide that by 3. Well, now I'm making a little bit more than 0.5% per week. Well, let's multiply that by 52. What am I making for the year? I'm making 35.5%. That's not that bad if you think about it. And you only have to do it once a month. Well, great. Once a month, 35%. Well, that's wonderful, right? Now, we're here now at 17.43. Here's a very, 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 very important question for you. Okay, if we're here now, where's it going to be in 3 weeks? Well, that's 15 trading days. Okay, look at this. Okay, 15 trading days ago today, we're here. Okay, she went up, she went down, now she's going up again. Well, where's it going to be the next 15 days? And if it's not, I've got to hold it for an additional 4 weeks. It just doesn't work for me. It's easy for me to say, all right, next 5 days, more than likely by end of Friday, should be on 18, hypothetically speaking, in the current path that it's going. Up, down, up. Well, hypothetically speaking, next 5 days. Well, today's Tuesday. We have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's 3 days. Where's it going to be by Friday? Well, more than likely it's going to be right about here, hypothetically speaking. So this here doesn't work for me. It's hard for me to judge where it's going to be in the next 3 to 4 weeks. Sorry. And the numbers, yeah, sorry. I would prefer 50% a year over 35% a year any day of the week. I'm doing it anyway, so why not? So Wendy's never made my list. Dillard's, ooh, DDS. We're going to have to take a look at that tomorrow. CRWD, that's a big fat no. Uh-oh. Last couple of questions and I'm out of here. Did you get Marathon confused with... Well, there's Marathon Digital and Marathon Oil. Yeah, no, I don't get them confused. Bama Redneck. Hey, dude, how you doing? Haven't seen you for a while. Thought Intel was one that government got money to build manufacturing plants in Ohio, which meant it will be helped. All right, Michael, thank you very much for that. Somebody said a little while ago that Intel was going bankrupt. Now, see, I'm getting conflicting information. Who do I believe? Who do I not believe? That's why I tell you guys, don't listen to a damn word I say. Do the research yourself. Do you like Wendy's? Well, Wendy's at $17.45 right now. Okay, here's your 30-day high, 30-day low. This is where it is right now. These are the options right here. Do you like it? Totally up to you. Okay, all I'm saying, it's not on my list because it doesn't meet my parameters. My parameters is safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. This doesn't cut it. Sorry. All right, a couple more questions. What's your background experience in trading? Kenny, oh, good question. You want to know my experience in trading is? Losing a shit ton of money and making a shit ton of money. Okay, experience, years of experience. Okay, you make mistakes. All right, fine. Hold on a second. See if I have something here. Oh, I do have it here. Check this out. Check this out. Look at this. Okay, wait a second. That's one. Let me show you this right here. Okay. So, as of this moment in time, the 10-minute trader, every single year for the past 15 years, I have been posting every single one of my trades online. Here's this year right here. Okay? We'll go all the way back to January. Okay, so week number 1, 2.12%, that account, 2.99% in this account. Okay, you just click on it right there. It opens up, tells you what it is. CVS, General Motors, Southwest Airlines, Comcast, and Ford. It tells you the exact trade that I made, and it tells you what I got, what I profited. And here's the timestamp right over here. Okay? That's coming. That's this year. Over here, look at the dates. August 16th, 2012. Week 33 this year, 73% as an average, 2.21% weekly. Running total from August 31st, 2011 for a week. For 50-week total of 142%, it comes to 2.84% average per week. Right here, look at them all. They're all right there. This is from 2012. Okay, now I have some for 2013, 2014, so on and so forth. February, week 25 totals. February 22nd, 2012. Very nice movement from our last week minor loss. Oh, we lost on week 24. Okay. Week 8, 22.9% total running week. Blah, 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 blah. Average 2.2. Wow. So 10 years ago, I was making more money than I am now. Now I'm getting around 1%. So this year, this year, account number 1 at this moment in time, because I actually had these two accounts. This year, at this moment in time, account number 1, okay, is at 46% year to date. Okay, we are actually in week number 31 for the year. Okay, so if you count off the weeks, it's 52 weeks in the year. We are currently in week 31. So, my profit and loss year to date is 46.1% year to date. Now, I haven't calculated last week's in yet, okay, because the last one I did was the 29th. Next, this week, I'll be uploading week number 30, which was last week. Okay, so I started off with $117,475 at the beginning of the year. Okay, I deposited in July and now $21,000, so now my current balance is $142. You would think that it would be higher, but here's the thing: I've taken out so far $28,600 for living expenses. Okay, because I do live off the interest. This account over here, account number 2, which is a margin account. I suggest you guys don't do one of those until you understand a little bit better. Margin account, 100,000 cash, 100,000 margin, which means that's borrowed money. I'm trading borrowed money, but here's the thing: I'm trading it at 8% per year, so I'm borrowing it at 8%. So my broker gets 8% of whatever I'm borrowing it from. 69.5% so far this year. Now that's over 2% per week. This one's a little over 1% per week. This one's over 2% per week. But it's borrowed money, so I have to pay that back. So Kenny, hopefully that answers your question. I got to figure out how to move all of these. Now these are 2012. Those are stock trades. Alright, so 2011, 2012, 2013. Look at this, averaged 9.75% in 2011. 2012 averaged 8.78, 2013 3.3. So apparently, the rate of return is decreasing every year. So now I'm getting roughly around 1.5%, 2% per week. But look what I was getting back in 2011. So that's that one. Anyway, hopefully that gives you some kind of idea of what. Oh, that might not be enough. So hold on a second. Let's look at something else, just to satisfy Kenny's curiosity. Nope, this one right here. Okay, Kenny, you ready for this? I'm gonna. These are all my social media sites: YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, podcast, LinkedIn, Patreon, and of course, I got a bunch of books that I've written. I think I've got 14 books so far. All right, so here is my YouTube channel. Okay, YouTube. It's me. That 10-minute trader. Okay, we're going to look at videos. Okay, and then we're going to go to the oldest videos. Okay, here's the little princess right here.
Hi, I'm JC, and as you being part of my internet website club thingy, which my dad didn't like me calling it that, but I do.
I get to turn the volume up a little bit so you can hear
it. Getting weekly lists of stocks and lobby trading, and every month you'll be getting 4 lists of stocks that you can choose from that will help you get the best return on your money.
They do like different stocks. There's a different company paying out dividends. Anyway, seriously. By picking just one company per month, just one.
Alright, so anyway, this video here, crap. Let's go back, hold on a second. 11 years ago, that video, 11 years ago, 12 years ago, okay, 11 years ago. I have videos from 11 years ago, me doing the exact same thing, saying the exact same words that I'm saying now, which it kind of boggles my mind that YouTube doesn't have more followers than Instagram. I mean, it's weird. TikTok has more followers than YouTube, and I've been on YouTube for over 12 years. Okay, hopefully, Kenny, that satisfies your curiosity of how much information I have on this one. You buy dividend stocks and then buy covered calls. No, Sri, I buy dividend stocks and I sell covered calls. XRP is a digital coin. That's going to be a no. What stock should I buy tomorrow? Ghost Ridden? I can't tell you that. That video. It's old. Think about it. My daughter was 11 at the time because I first showed her it when she was 9, and those videos when she was 11. So when she was 11, I had to keep her entertained, so I had to kind of make it fun. She's so cute, thank you. Yeah, she's 25 now. She's taller than me. Thanks, James. Enjoy the information. Just for your information, I think you have Merit confused with Marathon. Merit, M-A-R-A, doesn't have dividends. You're absolutely correct. But every once in a while, we do cut slack to a favorable company. Merit was one of them. I believe we got that from one of the traders. Yep, you're right. XRP, that's going to be a no. SCHD is on top. Isaac, I'm going to say hell no to SCHD. I'm going to call it a big fat turd. Okay, but show up tomorrow and I'll tell you exactly why. I'm almost done with these questions. I'm going to be done for the night. Do you believe we open on a downside tomorrow? All right, Vincent, honestly couldn't tell you. And believe it or not, I really don't care. Okay? Because I buy all my positions on Monday and Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Do I really care? Not necessarily so. What I do tomorrow morning, though, is I do check where my positions are. If I'm right, great. If I'm wrong, I may have to make adjustments. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, not a whole heck of a lot happens in the morning trading group other than balancing out our accounts and seeing what's happening. You don't know. Henry? No, I don't think anybody knows. Oops, never mind. Thoughts on UPS? We'll have to check on that one tomorrow. Is Amazon on Warren Buffett's list? I don't think so. Because Amazon doesn't have dividends. Even if it is on Warren Buffett's list, I wouldn't trade it. Because when it goes down, AMZN, let's do AMZN. AMZN. Okay, so here's where Amazon is at the moment. Okay, high at 220, right at 200. Now she's down to 81. Last 30 days, right there. Oh, here's your 30-day high here. Here's your 30-day bottom. 2 days to the upside. Great. Today pulled back. Well, I'm a little bit concerned tomorrow where she opens up. Because you get a 30-day bottom here. I like 2 days to the upside. I probably would have jumped in this morning. Probably, because 2 days to the upside after a 30-day bottom. 200 to 178, that's a $20 drop. That's a 10% drop. Well, it may be, it may not be. All right. All that being said, 11:49. You guys have a great night. We will see you again tomorrow night. Woohoo! All right. Have a great night, everyone. Paula Kennedy, if you're still there, have a great day, and hopefully I'll see you again on Time. Down here at Instagram, you guys have a great night. And now here on TikTok. See y'all later. And over here on YouTube, you guys have a great night. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye. All right. Come on. Close out. There we go. And there we go. All right. Now, you guys down here, hope you learned something interesting and fun. Have a great night, and we will see you again tomorrow.